Detroit's construction boom has increased the urgency to promote the skilled trades as a viable career option. The demand for workers in this region far exceeds the number of skilled tradespeople. Here to talk about job opportunities are Dannis Mitchell from Barton Malow, Laura Grannemann of Quicken Loans, Krista McKinney-King, principal here at Randolph Center, and Dearrious Keller, a former Randolph student now enrolled at Eastern Michigan University. Welcome, panel.
Thank you.
Dannis, I'm going to start with you. You're an employer, a builder, involved in many of the projects that are underway in this region. Talk to us about the challenge Barton Malow faces, and all builders face, in building a skilled trades workforce here.
Well, first I'll say that I'm also a Randolph graduate.
Oh, congratulations.
So Randolph is near and dear to my heart.
Great place.
And as a builder, I know we're experiencing a trade labor shortage nationwide. So I have the ability to work on projects, not just in Detroit, but all across the nation, and we're experiencing the same challenges. So what we're doing as an employer, Barton Malow being a leader in our industry, we're identifying ways in which we can further engage with schools like Randolph and our developers to make sure that we have sustainable pre-apprenticeship programs on our project where we give clear exposure up front. So we've talked about opportunity and preparation throughout the show, but we want to make sure that we as employers are providing those real opportunities.
Is it limiting to the growth of your business when you can't find enough workers to carry out the project you've contracted to do?
Absolutely. So as a contractor, you can only take on as much work as your labor force can sustain. So in the event that you have 3 projects that may be out for bid and you only have workforce available for one, you have to pass on the other 2. So it creates some challenges, not just for the workforce themselves, but for the contractors as well.
Laura, we talked a little bit in the opening about the responsibility of employers to meet this need. Talk to us about Quicken's efforts.
Absolutely. So Quicken, right now, the family of companies has almost $4 billion in development, in our pipeline of development. That's new construction. And that's going to create tens of thousands of jobs in just construction, not to mention the permanent jobs that will be created after that. So for us, it is definitely about creating a workforce that is ready to take those jobs. It's also, we have those jobs and we need to fill them in order to create the environments that we're trying to create through that new construction.
So what form does your involvement take in terms of job training?
So we invest in places exactly like Randolph. We are an investor of Randolph. We also invest in other career technical education programs. So similar to Randolph, we have another investment where we're the lead investor in Breithoff, which is a culinary arts, and they also do automotive. So that's a really exciting opportunity for us. Places like this are amazing to be able to help students see the exact opportunity that they're going to be able to take after they graduate, whether they want to go to college or not. There's an opportunity for them.
Krista, this place is fabulous, but it didn't always look like this. Got a big infusion, Randolph did, of money from the city, from the state, from the business community primarily. What sort of difference has that made in your ability to train young people and older people to fill jobs in the construction trades?
Sure. Couple of things, and yes, we had a great opportunity for the building to be improved, but more importantly, with improvements came marketability. And so what we wanted to do was make sure that not only the community, that it of course encompasses both young people and adults, they were able to come here to Randolph to see all that we have to offer. So when it came to equipment upgrades, larger classroom space, and just the opportunity to use, or the trends that are necessary for them to really forego in their career path, it was incredible.
So after writing the checks, did those businesses stay involved here in terms of helping with the curriculum, helping with the training, helping with the placement of your graduates?
Actually, what we did was, starting out this school year, it was all about the revitalization of Randolph. And so it did not end once the walls were painted and the carpet tiles were done. What has happened is we have continued to partner with business and industry so our students can have those co-op and internship opportunities so they can continue to grow and become something more of what they want to be.
Dearrious, oftentimes the choice is presented as either or, either voc tech school or college prep. Yes. You followed both paths. You went first to Randolph, yes, and then on to Eastern Michigan, where you're studying mechanical engineering. This can be a pathway to college and career too, correct?
Correct. Well, when I first attended Randolph, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do none of this.
I know that feeling.
I didn't really know about
still
construction.
don't, Dearrious. but they make me.
But I didn't know anything about construction. So when I first came here my sophomore year, so it was just given to me because our class was a huge class. So it was given to me, and the first choice I looked at was masonry, because I used to play with Legos. So it was, there you go.
Makes all the sense in the world.
Yes. So I got into it. First week of class, it was like, nah, I don't like it. And I wanted to leave. So something just told me to stay. The teacher, Matthew Bracey, he the one that pushed me all the way to do everything far as becoming a skills USA leader. Yeah. And I was state parliamentarian, and that was something new for me.
So you're in college, yes, after having gone through Randolph. Did you get the skills you needed to succeed in college, to prepare yourself for that life?
Yes. Well, yeah, communication skills, workplace skills. So I took that and ran with it to Eastern Michigan. And I wanted to pursue construction, masonry, but something just told me, like, I always wanted to do mechanical engineering ever since I was young. So I pushed forward to that, but I still do construction masonry on the side with Matthew Bracey.
You can still lay a mean roll of bricks. Laura and Dannis, want to put this question to the two of you as employers, as people who are doing projects in the city, you and your employers. The city has a mandate. It's a certain percentage, half the workers you hire on a project has to be city Detroiters. The city itself acknowledges that those employees don't exist. Do you see that as an unfair condition or as a motivator to get those workers up and trained?
I think for us, and I'm sure for you as well, we're motivated. I mean, this is a motivating community. Just sitting here and listening, it is motivating to want to provide these jobs. And so we're going to do everything we can to invest in places like Randolph and beyond, and create those internship opportunities and create those apprenticeship opportunities with the developments that we have in order to fulfill that mandate, but beyond that, to just do the right thing.
Just to add to that, the mandate was created at a time where our workforce was much stronger. We had a much stronger middle class. So when the mandate was enforced again, most recently, there were some challenges that have been faced, and 51% of the total hours on the project have to be worked by local residents. So there are some nuances with that, but it creates the opportunity to identify creative ways in which we can provide those opportunities on the projects. So it's one thing to just come into our industry and think that you're going to work on a project. Well, you may not like the trade that you sign up for. So we do a good job now at creating those exploration opportunities, the exposure component that has been mentioned. You have to provide exposure to young people. It's no way that they're going to be able to be successful in life if they don't have exposure to different things. It's just the reality of it. So we do a good job now. There were a lot of lessons learned by implementing and enforcing the mandate on some of the most recent projects in the city of Detroit. But things like the Bartmella Boot Camp have grown out of that. So the lessons that have been learned are starting to create opportunities for us to learn, not only as an industry, but to provide the opportunities for the middle class to make it strong again.
Krista and Dearrious, is there a stigma attached to going to trade school, to voc tech school, instead of into a college prep course? Are you having trouble recruiting students for these programs and convincing them that there's a good life at the end of this?
So it's gotten better. We still have a ways to go. A lot of times students, I mean people, period, look at construction trades still as a dirty job, but they need to understand that there's an advancement in construction trades. And so my role here as the instructional leader, but more importantly, my teachers here, the entire staff, we make it a point to market what we have to offer. And then of course, with the partnerships that we have with business and industry, it works really well. So we're taking persons who are Randolph alum and we're putting them in front of the students so they can see, wow, that could be me. And I think anytime you give students the opportunity to see, wow, that could be me, you're doing what you need to do.
And I kind of feel like it should be told to say, college, okay, I heard this a lot. College is not for everybody. And this is a great opportunity right here. Construction trade school is the place to come, I would say myself, as far as being a student here. So it's not like I don't even have to go to college to become something.
So,
I'm sorry.
So as we wrap, let's get to the bottom line. Laura, Dannis, how much money can these kids make when they graduate?
You can make a six-figure salary depending
absolutely.
on the trade that you go into.
Absolutely.
And a lot of folks graduating from college today not doing that.
Yeah, they
Thanks
have
to our
six-figure
panel. We
homes.
appreciate you.